Alright, the Retro Hot Hatch Championship. Select an event and we'll get started.
Hello friends, my name is the Real Meal and welcome back to Forza Horizon 2, and in today's video we are going to be using the Fiesta XR2 from 1981. One of the more iconic hot hatches, I guess you could say. This is actually a fairly decent car. I do quite like the Fiesta XR2. Not my preferred retro hot hatch. I mean, that would go to something like the Clio Williams or the Ford Escorts of yesteryear maybe, but this is still a fairly cool little car. Now I've picked it for this video of course because it is a fun car to actually drive, and also because we are redoing the Retro Hot Hatch Championship. So interestingly, this was the first championship playthrough I ever did on my channel. I used a bunch of Volkswagens for it. However, it wasn't in the format we do them nowadays. It was basically the entire championship all as one video. I quickly decided I didn't particularly like this setup because, I don't know, it just didn't really have much structure to it, so I gave up on that idea pretty quickly, but it was still a pretty cool video, and I did say in it I was possibly going to revisit it purely because I wanted to use that car in front of us, the Renault Clio Williams. However, I've decided to start out with the Fiesta XR2 because it's a DLC car. It came with the Storm Island expansion, and again, like I said, it is a pretty fun car. As far as upgrades, I couldn't show you the upgrades I was running because I went to select this championship, got all the filming set up and everything, and basically the car, it teleported me straight into the championship because I already had the upgrades required on this car. So I presume that means it's got race brakes, race tyres, race suspension. I believe it's also supercharged as well. I can faintly hear the whine. Yeah, I can hear the whine of it faintly, so I presume it has got a supercharger on it, and of course race brakes. Might even have weight reduction, I don't know. All I know is it's not particularly fast, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's a very chuckable car, this. And that's sort of what I like about the smaller cars in this game. You can throw them into corners and they will come out on the other side relatively unhindered. Now the Retro Hot Hatch Championship is actually one of my more preferred championships in this game. I love hot hatches, basically. I still need to do videos for the normal hot hatches and the ultimate hot hatches. I still haven't decided what vehicles I want to use for them though, because I don't know. I'm going to be restarting the Forza 5 Let's Plays at some point, although I'm not quite sure when, but I will be restarting them, don't worry about them. And I sort of don't want to use the same car twice, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I don't want to use, say, the new model Fiesta in Horizon 2, hence why I didn't use it for the Modern Rally Championship, because of course I've used it before, so I'm not going to use a car more than twice. So I'm sort of just deciding what cars goes in what. Seriously, it was like the 2013 Ford Focus ST. I love that car. That's honestly possibly my top 5 favourite cars in the world ever, because I just love that thing. So I'm currently deciding whether I should use that in Forza 5 or here in Horizon 2, because I'm overthinking stuff as always. But yes, the Retro Hot Hatch Championship is one of my favourites. It's got some awesome cars in it. The Mark II Golf GTI, the Fiesta, which we've got here, the Renault Clio Williams, the Honda Mugen CRXE thing, which I don't think I'm going to be using in this video. Of course, I've babbled on about it a lot, and it's no secret. The Clio Williams is going to be the next car in this championship. It's literally the first car I actually drove in Horizon 2, I think, or at least by choice. You do the Modern Supercar Championship in Nice as soon as you get the 360 challenge, and I went and changed the championship just so I could use the Clio, just because I really wanted to go in it. I really do like that car. Whee! Twitch. Trees. Quick. Second. Cock. I thought we'd have first then.
Alright,
oh well.
That was good. Gets you some valuable points on the board.
Actually, I mean, that's not too bad, as long as we don't lose to that bloody strange coloured Scirocco. We should be alright. Did I hell XP farm then? These actually work out quite well by the end of the championship, so at least you get to see me do a wheel spin, and you get to see my terrible look, because, well, I never get anything decent from wheel spins. Because, of course, the game doesn't want me to. Right, we'll go do that. I think this is the race I did before in the Fiesta. I did a retro hot hatch championship here, but it was the slightly shorter one, I believe. And I believe this is the race from it. 4 speed. Wow, lots of speed in this car. But, I mean, when I'm building a car, the 2 things I look for, well, the 3 things I look for in a car are acceleration, braking, and handling, or launch. Launch and acceleration, really. In fact, you could say the only... Yeah, there you go, there's the interesting coloured Scirocco. The only thing I don't look out for when I'm building a car is speed, purely because you don't really need straight line speed in most events, especially, I mean, on Forza 5, for Le Mans, then yeah, of course you don't need speed. But for pretty much every other track, both in that game and on this game, you don't need a whole lot of straight line speed, usually. Now, of course, especially for talking Forza 5, there's, you know, there's Spa's got a long straight, Yas Marina's got a long straight, and so has Road Atlanta. It is nice to have speed. In fact, to be fair, in Forza 5, you need a more balanced car than ever in Forza. Usually in Forza 4, you can get away with building a purely handling based car. You don't need a whole lot of straight line speed in Forza 4 because, of course, most of the tracks don't have long things. There's a lot of shorter tracks in Forza 4. You know, your Tsuba, Iberian, Camino Viejo, that sort of stuff. But, I mean, in Forza 5 there's a lot more tracks with straights, like Road America and all the other ones I explained. On this game, it's not too bad. There's a lot of windy European roads, which, you know, you don't need a whole lot of speed for, which is a blessing, believe me. And yeah, I mean, it's not overall too bad on the speed front. You know, you can build cars for handling, not a problem in this game. I genuinely would. Online, of course, a lot more people will build them for speed, so you'll get slaughtered in a straight line, but the good thing with online racing is no one has any fingers or, in fact, any amount of decency, so you can usually, okay, hit a tree. Of course, it would be me who says everyone online's an idiot and then I drive straight into a tree. Yep, that's my luck, pretty much, and that's the horrible coloured, well, I don't know, it's not horrible coloured Scirocco, it's just interesting. Anyway, that's the Scirocco that's in first place on the championship at the moment. We've got to chase him down. He's our main rival at the moment. God, there's another Scirocco. The Scirocco, the car I'm not a huge fan of, especially in the new ones. The old ones are okay-ish. I mean, I'd much rather have a first or second generation Golf over a first or second generation Scirocco. But that's just me. But the new ones I especially don't like. Purely because they're marketed as kind of performance cars, if you will, like performance versions of, yeah. And they've got the same chassis out of a Mark V Golf, which at this moment in time is a decade-old chassis in the performance cars. It just, I don't really get why you'd buy one. Yes, I mean, you could argue it's better looking than a Golf, and yeah, I could kind of agree with you, but it's just a car I'm not a huge fan of. I'd much rather have Golf. So, yeah, Scirocco's alright though. Then there's the Corrado as well. I haven't seen a Corrado in this championship actually. Has there been? I know they were in. I know they're in the retro hot hatch championship. I don't know if I'd call the Corrado really a hot hatch. I mean, it's got a hatchback, but I don't think I'd call it a hot hatch. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, I like them cars though. I love the Mark III Golf GTIs and the Corrado purely because the engine they've got in them. A 2.8 litre V6, which is definitely I don't know, I know it's not very practical in a fast hot hatch, but, you know, it's so much better than the usual 4 cylinders, you know, you've got a V6. I just really like that. Oh god. Right, we're on the last lap, smash through these fences, there's the finish line. And I don't think that, yeah, I was going to say, we've won that. Unless the Scirocco turns into A-class somehow, I think we've got that. There's a... That's the DLC Scirocco there as well, isn't it? Cool car. Well, not cool car, but... Yeah. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm getting my words mixed up here. Anyways, that about does us for today, my friends. Join me next time. We're going to be using the Clio Williams, and it should be pretty cool. Anyway, my name's been The Real Emil, and until next time, farewell.